Oh no.
Guys are testing tech skills here.
Oh, there we go. You hear that?
Yeah.
Hi, Mayor Carl. We're live on Facebook again.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I was waiting to hear. So,
No worries.
Mr.
We're
Mayor,
just waiting
maybe-
for we're just waiting for Pat Lee. Yeah.
okay. Sounds
Mr.
good.
Mayor, Mr. Mayor, maybe you could just introduce to our listeners that we just came out of closed session, part 2.
Okay. As CAO Pat mentioned, we're out of our comfort break after the closed session. We're back in the public session. We're just waiting for Councillor Pat to rejoin us, and then we can continue on with our public session. Maybe we could have a motion to go back in the public session after our comfort break. Would someone be willing to make that motion?
I'll make a motion to go back into regular session.
Thank you. Anyone opposed to that motion? And the motion's carried. So I think that there's some unfinished business that we have in the public session. Is there anything else that council wants to bring forward at this time?
I guess since Pat's away for a second, I'll start. I would like to make a motion that Town Council directs administration to review and bring back to council a municipal property tax rebate bylaw that would provide municipal property tax rebate for commercial and industrial properties only.
Okay, thank you for that motion, Councillor Dan. Any comments, questions, or concerns? Councillor Pat, you heard the motion?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Okay.
And yeah, I'd like to start if that's okay.
Yep.
As a responsible town, it's our responsibility to have a clear and direct focus and path to move our town forwards. With a rebate bylaw and an incentive program that targets business and attraction of business to our town, we are setting a clear goal going forward so that we are going to build that base and grow our town in that manner. Bruderheim has a ton to offer for residents, and an incentive program on a residential home might not be the way to go. It's not right now anyways. And this will give us, again, clear focus, clear path to grow. Sorry. It's tired. It's late. It's late, you guys. It's late.
Yeah, it's almost 8:30.
It's past my bedtime.
Thank you for that motion, Councillor Dan. Any comments, questions, or concerns with that motion? I would just encourage our council to again be mindful that decisions that we make now have a big impact on the future of our community. And although it is not a direct impact to businesses, the indirect impact to businesses existing and to attract to our community are affected by the residential growth of a community. And it's important that we make sure that we get all of the facts and figures, and we make sure that the pertinent authorities and folks affected by any decisions that we make with this bylaw be contacted and get their input on our decision making. Any other comments, questions, or concerns with this motion? All those in favor? Or sorry, any opposed? And there's one opposed. Anyone else opposed? No. So the motion is carried. So any other council business that we want to bring forward at this time? Councillor Wayne, you have your hand up? No. Councillor Pat, you have?
Are we bringing forward motions on the Record Culture Board?
Yeah. Are you making a motion, Councillor Pat?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I move that town council direct administration to rescind the Bruderheim Recreation and Culture Board bylaw effective October 31, 2020.
Okay, thank you for that motion, Councillor Pat. Any
Mhm.
comments, questions, or concerns from council? I think it would be important to mention that we want to make sure that going forward, once we get past COVID, hopefully in the new year, some point, maybe a replan could happen, but we'll have to wait and see what the future will bring for our community. We definitely don't want to send the message to the volunteers in our community that we want to disband and not have any kind of events in their community. I think it's
That's right.
largely COVID related that's causing this.
Mhm.
Any other comments, questions, or concerns on that motion? Okay, haven't heard none. Any opposed to that motion?
I'm opposed.
Thank you for that, Councillor Land. Anyone else opposed? And the motion is carried. Thank you. And is there any other unfinished council business that we need to attend to? I believe that we were looking at a roll number. Is that correct?
Mr. Mayor, administration would like to provide council with information on the provision of fare based on consumption costs for utilities for the client at roll number 301-90000. We're recommending that town council direct administration to adjust invoicing for the utility fees and charges for property roll number 301-90000 to be invoiced based on the rates approved by bylaw 13/2020 and retroactive to April 1st, 2020, which would result in a credit of $13,124.16 to this account. User fees, rates, and charges for some municipal service charges throughout the budget year. Resident stakeholders rely on the municipality to provide a wide variety of programs, services, and infrastructure to support the services that contribute to quality of life in the region. The municipality depends on revenue from property taxes, user fee, rates, and charges. Although municipal services are typically available to everyone, the cost of services are recovered by different forms of revenue that are determined by the type of service. User fee, rates, and charges are paid by the residents who directly use and benefit from these services, and they are not supported by tax dollars. Charging these fees to individuals user helps the municipality recover some of the costs associated with providing the service. On October 6th, Council gave final reading to bylaw 1320, a bylaw to amend bylaw 13/2019 to adjust user fees and charges to be fair and based on consumption and cost to deliver services. Strategic plan areas, ensuring that we keep our user fees and charges fair based on consumption and cost to deliver services, ensuring ratepayers can remain sustainable. Annual audits of service levels and delivery fees and charges ensures the existing and future infrastructure needs are budgeted for. A community is educated on responsibility limitation of council and administration and the Legislative Municipal Government Act, RSA 200 M26, Section 7 bylaws. Property 301-9000, call directly affected by bylaw 13/2020 amendment to fees and charges. Administration is working closely with the property owner to ensure the charges are fair and based on their consumption on site and the cost of delivering the services, especially during a time when property owners are affected by the hardships of the pandemic. Communication plan, the affected landowner will be advised of the council's decision.
Thank you for that. So that's a rather long-winded title. What would you recommend for a motion from council?
I
Councillor Pat, you have something there?
have a motion I would like to put forward.
Okay.
I move that town council directs administration to adjust invoicing for the utility fees and charges for property roll 301-90000 to be invoiced based on the rates approved by bylaw 13/2020 and retro to April 1, 2020, which would result in a credit of $13,124.16 to this account.
Thank you for that motion. Appreciate that. Any comments, questions, or concerns from council? The only thought that I have is whenever we're making a motion and passing things, it can set precedents. I guess the thing that can be said is that this is in large part because of COVID that we're being forced into this situation. Is that correct?
Absolutely, Mr. Mayor. We're given direction by the province to ensure that we work with our community to ensure that services are continue to be delivered. And So we definitely are reviewing accounts that are impacted the greatest by the COVID.
Thank you. Any other comments, questions, or concerns from council on that motion? Haven't heard none. Anyone opposed to the motion? Haven't heard none. The motion is carried. Is there any other council unfinished business before we adjourn for the evening from our council meeting?
I only have one question. So as I'm going through the mail here, I see we got a letter from Jackie Armstrong for September 29th about this MOST funding. Did you get that letter, Carl?
Yes, we passed that on to administration. I believe all of council was copied on that.
Okay, so it says that we received 146,256. Is that the number they're saying we got, or we honestly got the money?
So, Mr. Mayor, through Councillor Schuler, we have not received the money. I sent in all the paperwork and we are waiting to receive the check. Once the check is in our hands, I will come to council with suggestions on, it's for COVID relief funding. So anything that affected our town because of the pandemic, we're able to use the funding for, and it has to be used by March 30th of 2021. And it's for operating,
So from
which is different than the MSP grant, which was for capital.
okay. So I was just thinking as I read this, it sounds like we did get it. We just hadn't got the check in hand. Am I right?
Mr. Mayor, through Councillor Schuler, that's what we've been told. Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, and speaking of emails from our MLA who's working hard for us, there's also a grant opportunity that administration is researching, and we'll see if something comes from that that would help us out. But if there's no other council business, I'd be entertaining a motion for adjournment.
I make a motion to either find a couch or go home, whichever's closer.
Thank you for that motion, Councillor Wayne. Great work by council and CAO and administration today. I just wanted to say thank you very much, and we can adjourn for all